Hi guys, thank you for tuning in again. In today's video, I'll be showing you my full coverage foundation routine for my oily, acne-prone skin. So without further ado, let's get started. Before I start my makeup, I always prep my eye area with an eye cream. Here, I'm using Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair for the eyes. I love this gel because of its anti-aging benefits. It is also fragrance-free, has a lightweight texture, and works great underneath makeup. Next, I will apply my face moisturizer, and the one I'm currently using is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Oil-Free Lotion. It is important to use a moisturizer every day, even if you personally have oily skin, because it will prevent the skin from overproducing more oil. So I personally have oily yet dehydrated skin, which is also highly acne prone. My face is also darker than my neck and body due to sun damage caused by constantly tanning in my early 20s. To cover all that up, and because I tend to have to wear makeup all day for work, I like to use full coverage, long wearing, oil controlling products. My favorite foundation is Double Wear by Estee Lauder, and I'm in shade 1W2 Sand. I like this foundation because of its versatility. You can wear it sheer or build it up to full coverage. It is also oil-free, oil controlling, and transfer resistant, and it has a wear time of up to 15 hours. I also love the semi-matte finish it gives. I apply my foundation using a damp beauty blender because though my skin is oily, I sometimes will have dry spots due to using benzoyl peroxide to treat my acne. So the dampness from the sponge will add some much needed moisture. Using the sponge web will also shear out the foundation a bit, so if you want to have more coverage, use it dry. And here I am blending out the foundation using a gentle tapping motion. I conceal and highlight my face at the same time with MAC's Prolongwear concealer, and I'm in shade NC20. This is a full coverage concealer that works amazingly well under the eye area because it doesn't feel drying whatsoever. To apply the concealer, I like to use my Sedona Lace EB11 brush. I highly recommend Sedona Lace brushes because the quality is amazing for what you pay. I've never had a single brush shed or break on me. One pump is enough to conceal and highlight my whole face. I start by sweeping the product across the under eye area and down the side of my nose. From there, I will add more product to fan out the concealer. Then I like to add the rest to my chin, forehead, and down the bridge of my nose before blending it all out with my beauty blender. To spot conceal, I'm using Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Sand because I'm trying to use it all up. This is actually a great concealer from the drugstore. Some people have claimed this to be a drugstore dupe for the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but in my opinion, it is more liquidy and has a lighter coverage. Here, I'm tapping the concealer onto my jawline for some extra coverage because I tend to break out a lot more there. And this is how my face looks with the foundation and concealer all on. Next, I'm going to set my concealer with my Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Setting your under eye area with a loose powder will help to prevent any creasing. I love this powder because it mattifies while helping to blur away fine lines and wrinkles, yet it never looks dry or cakey on. I like to use the baking method when setting my concealer. The way I do that is I tap some of the powder onto the lid, pick it up with my semi-damp beauty blender, and lightly dab the powder onto the skin. I know this looks a bit crazy at first, but it will all blend out nicely later. While the loose powder is baking, I like to set the rest of my face with my Double Wear Powder Foundation by Estee Lauder for some added coverage. I wear it also in the shade 1W2 Sand. Using a flat top kabuki type brush will help pick up and deposit more of the powder. My favorite affordable version is the powder brush by e.l.f. from their studio line. After that, I take my e.l.f. small tapered brush to gently sweep away the excess loose powder. This brush isn't densely packed like the powder brushes, so it's great for light application of powders and shimmery highlighters. By now, my face matches the tone of my neck and body better. I'm just going to prep my lips with some lip balm before I finish the rest of my face. And here is my finished face with the rest of my makeup on. I went with my typical everyday dramatic eyes and lip look. The lipstick I'm using is Decadent by Estee Lauder. The hyaluronic acid in this line makes them feel extremely comfortable while on the lips. For my eyelid look, I use Pomegranate Punk by Maybelline as my eyeshadow base and top that with Color du Jour by Lancome. The blush I'm using is Exposed by Tarte. This blush is one of those universally mauvey brown blushes that matches almost everything because the color resembles the natural flush of the cheeks. And these were the products I used to help get my face to match the rest of my body and feel put together. Thank you so much for watching my full face foundation routine for oily acne prone skin. Don't forget to thumbs up if you liked the video and subscribe to be notified of future ones. Until then, take care and I'll talk to you soon.